All right, Wendy, thank you for joining in. You are representing Carbone Memorials from New York, right?
Yes, sir.
So what's your current role at Carbone Memorials? Like, what's your day-to-day work look like?
So I wear a few hats here. One, obviously, I'm a saleswoman. I'm also like the office manager unofficially. Um, I take care of the ins and outs, the goings on, everything pretty much.
Okay, and so you've been using MonuDesk for how long now?
I've been using MonuDesk, I want to say 2 months, maybe a little more than 2 months.
Two.
Yeah.
And so what did you do? Like, how did your life look like how did you manage your orders before MonuDesk?
Actually, how I managed paperwork and orders were everything by paper, paper
Mm.
files, and if I lost a file, everything went bad.
Mm.
And somehow or another, because we often take stuff to the cemetery, we've lost files at the cemetery, and that's never a good thing. With
Oh,
MonuDesk,
okay.
you can't do that, so that's great. um
And how long have you been how long have you been working like that for with paper?
I've been working here myself. I've been working here almost 7 years, and it's been somewhat this way for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it- Probably less organized before my 7 years here.
Mm. Okay. Wow. Okay. And what were like so you already mentioned that you have lost paper files and there's no way to restore piece of paper that you lost, right?
Right.
What other things happened when you were using like that paper system? What are some things that you can uh
Well,
that,
for all of our orders, or at least our monument orders, we have about four 3-inch three ring binders that
mhm.
we keep them all in. And when it's that much paperwork and all of it's just shoved together, it's easy to overlook an order. And sometimes it can be hard to find an order if they're not labeled properly. Should the label be bent down? So that's caused a lot of problems, like delays, things that we should catch in a decent time that we normally don't, because either it was placed in the wrong book. Each book tells us where in the operation it's in. So if it's placed in the wrong book for whatever reason, that's going to cause delays, angry
Mm.
clients,
And
really upset customers. With MonuDesk, that doesn't happen, because everything's in front of you laid out in the same way that we would have it laid out in our books or in
mhm.
our back sheet, trying to tell us what to do, what step, what in the
Mm.
process we are. MonuDesk solves all that. At a glance, I'm looking at my screen right now and I see what things need to be done, and I don't have to read over my notes. I can just see where it's been placed in the color code, and it just makes life a lot easier, a lot simpler, and a lot more cohesive.
Oh wow. Okay. And I mean, I know you really like the app, but let's stay a bit like where you were before. I
Mhm.
mean, what what wish what kind of did paper not allow you to do? I mean, we were probably like always working at the office. I think
Yes,
you kind
yes.
of transitioned into a home office role now, right?
Back and forth depending on what's going on here or what's going on in
Mm,
my life.
mm,
Um, I can't do anything from home without MonuDesk.
yeah.
All I can
Okay.
do is take the job phone with me, and that's it. But
Yeah.
if something happens about an order, I can't help the boss and tell him where we are, since the orders are here and I'm at home.
Yeah, I gotcha. And I mean, like, I think the way how we got in touch with each other is I just emailed you, and probably you were kind of skeptical at first because who's this guy, right? And when we first spoke and I introduced the idea of MonuDesk to you, I mean, you've been using that paper system for years.
Yes.
So, I mean, what were kind of your main concerns before you even switched to this?
I mean, when you start with an app or a new program, it's got to fit your system.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're working with someone older and who doesn't want to switch a system, it has to
Mm-hmm.
be it has to be something that I can modify and make it to fit our company. Not every company runs the
Mm-hmm.
same. Not every company has the same systems. So
Mm-hmm.
the fact that you guys were able to make this work for us and specific, like I can change things up. So someone else can have it changed how they want it, and I can change it the way I need it. And it's so much easier, and it's easier not only on the mind that you can see everything at a glance. It's cleaner, it's crisper, it doesn't rely on my handwriting. um, okay. um it's just everything's there, it's at a glance, where this you have to find the file, you have to
Mm-hmm.
go searching around the office. Is it on the boss's desk? Is it on my desk? Is it somewhere else because I don't know what part of the system it's in? Now I have to go search, because those
Mm-hmm.
things in real life are in different sections in the office.
Mm-hmm.
On MonuDesk, it's all there, and
And
that's what
so
makes it so much better.
very glad to hear. And so like before you even tried MonuDesk, like what made you try it? Because there are so many options out there, right? Like
Chaos.
there's chaos.
Chaos. During the wintertime, it's slow, it's calm, you can take your time. During the high season, you can't. You kind of got to move and be on top of it and be able to find it quickly, deal with it quickly. And so that's one of the things that I realized, that no matter how many fact sheets or tabs or labels, still finding it, locating it, reading and getting to that point where you finally know what's going on. That's what made me look for something that say, hey, maybe this is actually good for us, and it'll
Mm,
be easier. And I've been using all the new orders, I've been putting them on here. Okay, our old orders I have not yet, and
mm,
most of them are almost completed, so I don't see the purpose to it. But
mm,
with MonuDesk and the new orders, I'm realizing just how fast things are flying down the process, because I'm quickly able to see, hey, this needs to get done. Oh, look, this is happening. And I'm able to move forward without all the other things that hold you back while you're trying to do this via paper.
yeah, you have a visual flow with this. And
Yes.
so and so what are some things that this app allows you to do now? I mean, yes, working from home, we already covered that. Seeing everything. I mean, when somebody calls you, what's the difference between back then and now with the
Well,
paper
when
system?
someone calls me now, I'm able to just open it up. I don't have to leave my desk. I open up the file, I scroll over, I find their order, and I'm quickly able to give them answers and tell them exactly what's going on. And what's even better is that now, for those clients of mine that actually have an email address, I can just send them the portal, and they cannot call me all day long every day.
The
And they can
customer
just see
portal.
where they are. So now, instead of getting 50 calls a day with 40 of them being clients asking where we are in the process, now I'm just getting calls for new monument orders, and less phone calls tying me up to not allow me to do the work. So
Damn.
it's beautiful.
So would you say the system kind of even allowed you to focus on new sales and getting
Yeah.
more revenue in rather than like,
Yes, the new system makes it where, I can spend more time with new clients explaining the whole thing. It's a long drawn out process to, start a new order. And so the new system lets me sit here, spend more time with each individual brand new client, and give them all that what they need to know what's going on, and
mm,
then less time constantly babysitting the old clients, and hey, okay, this is what happened now, okay, we've just sent out your order to get done, blah blah blah. It cuts out all of that, and it streamlines this so that there's less hand holding and babysitting.
oh wow, that is a serious boost. And
It is. It is.
like cost wise, this app, what would you say about that as well?
I'm sorry, say that again.
cost wise, with
Oh,
like for what you pay, would you say it's a fair price, or is it too expensive, or is it even too cheap? Well,
you
not
know
cheap,
what?
but cost.
Besides the fact that we haven't gotten a call for a new order yet, it's only 9:30. We've been open half an hour. Cost wise, normally I'd have already been on the phone at least 3 times. Okay. So I am able to get other things, not just let's say orders, but now I can look through my inventory and say, hey, we need pens. Hey, we need this. So I can do all
Mm,
these things ahead of time before we run out of them. Like I just was able to order very fast, very quickly. The vases we
mm,
used, we were out and I got them in a good time. And as soon as we got them in, I was able to sell 2 of them to a client. So these are things that would end up being delayed or late because I didn't have the time. I am a part-timer and my time is of the essence. Okay, so every minute I'm here is necessary to be doing work. And because of MonuDesk, I have it feels like an 8-hour day now because I'm able to get so much done. I come back home to work in the morning and there is no work on my desk from the previous day. It's a beautiful thing. Okay.
thank you.
You know,
Perfect. I'm so
having
happy.
work, having work on your desk from the day before, it's kind of a blow to the esteem because I like to make sure each day's work is completed and I start a fresh new day. If I have
Mm,
work from the day before, my whole day is delayed, my
yeah.
entire day. And there goes
Mm,
my 5 hours. So the fact that I come in and it's just fresh, brand new, it's amazing.
amazing. So now we're coming slowly to the end. So what would you tell a person who's kind of skeptical, who is watching this video and is thinking, should I give it a try or should I not give it a try? Like, what would you tell that person?
For a person starting needing something like MonuDesk and wondering if they should do it, it is customizable. I'm going to say that again. It's customizable. Okay. It's not just what it is and then you figure out how to make it work for your business. No, no, no. It will work for your business because you can customize it.
Hmm.
Nothing set in stone. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Um, you know, everything is fluid. It just concise, clean, organized to your liking. That's the big thing. Most apps out there are you get what you get and you just figure it out. This is not it. Not only is it where it'll save you time, save you money. Honestly, it will save you money. Here's why, because now you're not wasting time. Time is money.
Hmm.
Time is money.
Yeah.
Everyone knows in a business, time is money. You're not wasting time. That means you're getting to do more work in the short amount of time you're at work. You're saving money in the long run. And let's talk about mentals. Okay, you're saving yourself the mental strain of having to figure everything out. Once you've plugged it in and you're on top of it, it figures it out for you and just scrolling your screen and you can see everything. I would say do it. You're not set in stone. If it doesn't work for you, which I can't see how, okay, because I'm older and it works for me. Okay. And I'm sure someone younger can find this even easier than I did. So I would say give it a shot. Give it a
Let's
shot.
go.
It can hurt.
Last question. Last question for you, Wendy. How did you find the support? I mean, that is also very important, right?
I did forget about that. The support is crazy. Okay. There's a little AI guy, little button on the bottom. Okay. You click on that, you tell it anything. And if it doesn't have your answer, it will get back to you with the team's answer. And that's phenomenal. And that's usually within minutes to a day. And it's simple. It's you ask it and it'll point and click you the way you've got to go. It
Mhm.
answers everything. And I don't know, but I feel like you guys made the AI actually nice. I don't know how that's possible, but okay. I mean, it's actually nice, and it's helpful, especially if you're from the older set, and a lot of us in this industry are the older set. I'm 48. I can work this no problem. Okay, it is so easy. It tells you everything. Like just looking at it, you can tell what you need to do. So it's simple. It's simple.
Perfect.
I suggest go for it.
Thank you, Wendy, for the honest feedback.